Mysterious and enigmatic. The Earth we know today, with its familiar continents and vast oceans, is a world vastly different from the one that existed over 250 million years ago. Imagine a planet where all the land was fused into a single, colossal supercontinent called Pangaea, surrounded by a global ocean known as Panthalassa. The climate was harsh, mostly hot and dry, with immense deserts stretching across the interior of this massive landmass. Life was in a state of fragile recovery, having just endured the most severe extinction event in history, the Great Dying, which wiped out over 90% of all species. It was from the ashes of this global catastrophe that a new era, the Triassic period, dawned, setting the stage for the rise of a legendary group of creatures that would dominate the planet for millions of years. Out of this recovering world, new forms of life began to emerge and diversify, cautiously filling the empty ecological niches. Among them were the archosaurs, a group of reptiles that would eventually give rise to crocodiles, birds, and the stars of our story, the dinosaurs. Early in the Triassic, these first dinosaurs were not the colossal giants we often picture. They were small, bipedal creatures, swift and agile, competing for survival in a world still dominated by other large reptiles like the Rauisuchians. These humble beginnings, however, held the seed of an evolutionary dynasty that would redefine life on Earth and capture the human imagination unlike any other. As the Triassic period unfolded, the first true dinosaurs began to leave their mark. One of the earliest and most notable was Oraptor, a small, carnivorous dinosaur discovered in Argentina. Roughly the size of a modern-day fox, Oraptor was a nimble hunter, likely preying on small animals and insects. Alongside it roamed Herrerasaurus, a slightly larger and more formidable predator, demonstrating the early diversification of dinosaur forms. In the world of herbivores, we find Plateosaurus, a prosauropod that signaled the future of the long-necked, plant-eating giants like Brachiosaurus. These early pioneers were the prototypes, the first drafts of the incredible variety of dinosaurs that would later flourish. The Triassic dinosaurs, while not as massive as their Jurassic and Cretaceous successors, possessed key advantages that fueled their ascent. Their upright posture with legs positioned directly beneath their bodies gave them greater speed and stamina compared to the sprawling gait of many contemporary reptiles. This efficient locomotion allowed them to cover more ground, escape predators, and hunt more effectively in the arid landscapes of Pangaea. This unique skeletal structure was a revolutionary adaptation, a critical evolutionary leap that distinguished them from their reptilian cousins and laid the groundwork for their eventual global dominance. It was a design for success, forged in the challenging environment of the early Mesozoic era. However, the reign of these early dinosaurs was brought to an abrupt and violent close. Around 201 million years ago, the Triassic period ended with another mass extinction event. The exact cause is still a subject of intense scientific debate, but leading theories point to massive volcanic eruptions linked to the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. These eruptions would have unleashed colossal amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, causing rapid and catastrophic climate change. This event decimated many of the dominant reptile groups, but miraculously, many dinosaur lineages survived. The stage was cleared, the competition was eliminated, and for the dinosaurs, the age of giants was about to begin. Mysterious and enigmatic.